Hello there guys, welcome back. Juniors Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to predict that, does it? Now, I want to say first and foremost to the Arsenal fans, I told you yesterday on the preview, I told you, you had nothing to worry about. You had nothing to worry about, man. I'm not going to come on here, you know, raging and fuming and all of that. Not going to lie, I felt a bit of it after the end of the first half. But it was expected. Come on. You honestly didn't think this was going to happen. It was going to happen. What actually baffles me, though, is where I think we've hit rock bottom. I think, oh, that's it. It can't get any worse. Somehow, it actually does. And, I mean, especially that first half was just mind-blowing. And even, look, yes, some people will say the second half we were better. Hey, guess what? We scored a goal. We scored a goal. Which, to be fair, the Arsenal fans did actually say would happen. They said, they you know, oh, we're going to concede. And some would even be as shameless as going ahead and going, oh no, we won the second half. We won the second half. Arsenal decided after half time to let's have the rest of the evening off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give ourselves, you know, we're only working half night tonight. You know when you go on shift, you go to work and you know you might work half day, yeah? So you finish at midday and then you go home. Yeah, Arsenal worked half night. Half night. They got to 45 minutes, 3-0, all right, lads, we don't need to go back out there. And whoever does go back out there because they want to, right, you just, you know, go and have a kick about. It doesn't really matter. Because Arsenal barely even moved out of first gear, let alone second gear in that second half. And they barely moved out of second gear in that first half, if we're being completely honest. But, this is the thing, look, we're going to look at the formation, yeah? Oh, guess what? He went to a back four. What did I say? You can go to any formation you want. When there's no system, there's no system. You could play whatever formation you want. All a formation is where the players are placed on the pitch when the ball's not moving. And then when the ball is moving, you then have decisions to make as to which player moves where. At certain avenues, certain portions of the game. Certain circumstances, where is a player moving? But the formation's a formation. Without a system, you're still 11 guys on the field trying to move a ball about. That's all you are. And that's what happened. And this is where I'm not going to go so heavy-handed, even on Lampard. Because, look, at the end of the day, are we expecting miracles from Lamps by now? Come on, if you haven't realised that by now, then you're living in a cave. You know, he's not going to be the be-all and end-all in terms of a solution. But the solution's not even with the manager. The solution's not with these group of players and even the ones we brought off the bench and whatnot. The solution's not there. Hence, look, Lampard before the game said, I need to start with a number 9, so I'm going with a number 9. Lo and behold, after half-time, takes off the number 9. Somehow, still keeps Sterling on the pitch. Don't know how that happened after that first-half performance, but even then, there were times where even N'Golo Kante was passing to Arsenal. Why? There's no system. Kante in his head probably thinks, I'm going to find a Chelsea man there, surely. Boom, there's no one there. Or this happened every single part of the game, every single minute, every single player, right? Gets the ball. Screw it, I'm going to pass backwards. Here you go. Kepa, here you go. Kepa's man of the match for me. Man of the match. The amount of touches he had was absolutely incredible. Had more touches than our centre mids. Because the amount of times we just kept going back. Keep going back. Go back. No, forget going forward. Forget taking the risk. Go backwards. Why? There's no system. Offensively and defensively, there was no system. And especially defensively. Bloody hell. You know, the only thing that was missing was a red carpet. It's the only thing that was missing. Would have loved to see a red carpet. Then again, I don't think the Emirates needs it. With a pitch like that, it is a carpet. And they are red. So, you know, do they need a red carpet when they've got red and they've got a carpet? Don't think so. At the end of the day, look, Chelsea's problems eclipse what we see on the pitch. completely eclipse what we see on the pitch. The solution's not going to come from the players. The solution's not even going to come from the manager. The solutions are going to come from up top, if they're even going to implement those solutions. The problems have come and they've stemmed from the ownership. Simple. Simple. And there are some things that we look at in hindsight, but overall, the decisions that were made from the very beginning have been made clear to be completely wrong decisions. Now we look at it and go, bloody hell, what's happened? And of course, all of that is translated onto the pitch. You can argue the amount of decisions that have gone wrong. You could argue. Sacking every single member of staff at the club. Sacking Thomas Tuchel. Getting Graham Potter. Even after that, getting Lampard in. Spending 600 million in a January window, which we all were excited about, let's be honest, we were. But now you look at the state of the finances of the club and the state of the squad and the amount of players that we actually have, that was not thought of before by the people with the power to make those influences at the club. The people that are meant to be professionally equipped with the knowledge to make decisions to avoid a situation like this. That's not down to all the fans and even the players or even the manager. That's not down to, well, the manager to an extent. But club wants to make club decisions nowadays, don't they? They don't want to make decisions based on just what the manager wants. Those days have gone. This is why I'm hearing Poch wants, influence, and he wants to be able to make decisions. And hence why I think we've not heard anything yet, because he doesn't have an agent. He represents himself. And all of a sudden we're hearing about these demands that Poch wants, and it makes me more on board with Poch. I hear all of these things and I'm like, no, you know what? Yeah, no, he's got a backbone, it seems. He's actually got a backbone. And he's got a very clear plan on what he wants to do and how he wants to run things. That doesn't go down well with our owners. It doesn't. But when I hear that, I think, yo, you know what? Maybe Poch is, maybe he'd be good. But even so, when you look at the problems at this football club, for Poch's sake, if Poch takes the job, right? If he comes to Chelsea, respect to him, man. Respect. Normally when I do a video where I'm talking about a new manager, I've done a few. We've been through that many. I've done a few. When a new manager comes, I'm normally like, oh no, yeah, come on, wish you the best. Yeah, come on, gonna smash it. All right, good luck. Now, if Poch comes, I'm gonna be like, yo, respect. Respect. I have to do the respect for Poch. Respect. Why? Because, mate, he's risking it all. Yes, he's going to be paid money. Of course. He'd be paid money anywhere he goes, though. He doesn't have to take this job. He'd wait. Another job will pop up. If he wants Leeds, he can take it tomorrow. But another job would pop up. He doesn't have to take Chelsea. If he decides to take Chelsea, boy, ballsy. And if he doesn't, fair play. Honestly, if I was a neutral, if I wasn't a Chelsea fan, if I was a neutral and I had the power to tell Poch something, I'd be like, mate, avoid it like the plague. Avoid it. For your sake, avoid it like the plague. Because it could destroy you. Why? Because the problems are not going to be solved, even now, solely just on the manager. Have to say it. Ultimately, there's going to be decisions where you look at and go, what are you doing? Hence, we had that under Potter. We're having it under Lamps. Poch, who knows? I think Poch is better equipped than the both of them. But Poch, who knows? But now it's become clear that the problems at this football club as to why we're seeing the results we're seeing and why everything is the way that it is and why the mental state of everybody at this football club and us, the fans included, all together are where it is right now is because of the decisions that have been made from the top. And why? Because the way that they have decided to run the club from the very beginning and the decisions that they've made have led us to this. Simple. Now, they've got two avenues here. The owners have two avenues. Pick one. You can either continue doing what you're doing and just run into a wall and this club will end up, I don't know where it will end up. Because let's be honest right now, we've said it time and time again, if it wasn't for Tuchel's points at the end of the season, we would actually be getting relegated. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, before you'd be like, oh yeah, we'll get relegated. Oh yeah. No. Now it's not even a joke. We would be getting relegated. It's not even a we 17th, none of that, we'd be 19th. Southampton would be the only ones below us. I'm pretty sure of it. If it wasn't for Tuchel's points. So the owners can pick one. Continue on this train wreck. or actually think about the way that you've structured things at this football club and maybe change the decisions that you've made. I mean, some damage is already done. Some damage is already done, and this is what scares me now. Because where are we going? In terms of transfers and the fees and whatnot, what we have to do going forward in terms of bringing players, and we've got to be careful. We can't be spending. FFP. Got to balance the books. We've got a squad the size of a nation. We could all we're left to do at Chelsea is create our own flag and declare a national anthem. We could fully start a country, the amount of players we have in the squad. So there's that. We have to get rid of all of those players first before we even think of buying anyone. Get a manager in like a Poch or someone, but please do not interfere. And this even goes to the directors. Let the footballing people just get on with it. Please, the owners, take a step back. Take a step back. Don't go to the dressing room. Don't interfere with decisions. Don't. You want to see the players? Go to Cobham. You've got offices there. Have your own office. You want to talk to a player? Bring him into your office. That's it. You don't need to go into a dressing room. Only go into a dressing room if things get seriously bad, or you go in there to congratulate them and say nothing else. You go in there, guys, just want to say absolutely well done. You were fantastic today. I'll see all of you at training. Yeah, fantastic. And leave. That's it. That's it. Take a step back. The directors that are in place, the footballing brains that we've hired, recruitment, directors, all of these guys, let them do their jobs and do not interfere. All you guys have to do is sign off. Sign off. Sign off. That's it. That's it. And when the manager comes, the same applies to him. Let the manager control the squad. Let the manager. He's the manager. He's meant to manage. If you don't want him to manage, then you do it. Simple. But we've had so much interference from these owners in every single aspect. Take a step back. The damage is already done for this season. We can't go back on that. But going forward, you can rectify it. You can rectify how it's going to impact into next season. Although quite a lot of significant damage has been done, I think even psychologically. When you look at some of these players, man, the way some of these players are moving, my God. They are not just destroyed. They are ruined. They are ruined. You know, you could build a heritage site at Chelsea now and put it on par with like all the Roman sites and the ancient Greek sites and we could Stamford Bridge. You could have some of the players' mentalities there as ruins. Honestly, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, and this is why I was saying we're going to lose. We're going to lose. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. And to be honest, it could have been more. It should have been more. It should have been more. Arsenal, as I've said, first half, they were taking it fairly easy. Second half, they were taking it very easy. Then they made all the substitutions. They brought on players that haven't played in quite, haven't played consistently in quite a while. We're looking at Tierney, for example, and all these players that are coming on. It's not going to be the same sort of blend that it was with the starting 11, which is the main 11 that Arsenal normally go to. And with Chelsea, you can do anything. Do anything. There's no system to even begin with. So this is where it's come down to, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. It's really sad to see us like this, man. It's really sad. I've lost words to say now, because I feel like every match of you, I'm just saying the same thing. We're 6-6. There used to be a time where I used to be able to come on here and go, yeah, we're 6-6. 6 wins out of 6. Yeah, 100% record. Who are you talking to? Talking to Chelsea, mate. Shut up. 6-6. What you got? Now, yeah, it's 6-6. 6 losses out of 6. 6 games, 6 losses. But we scored the goal. We scored the goal. And it's only going to continue. This is what scares me now. It's only going to continue. We've got Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, I think are the next 2 games. And then we've got to play Man City, Man United, Newcastle. Oh, man. If I had the choice, I would forfeit it all. Forfeit all the games. Forfeit all the games, man. Because it's sad now. It's painful. I never thought I'd get to a point where it's actually painful watching my team play. It's painful. You guys all know you do the same thing. Isn't it painful? Like, you're watching Chelsea and going, this is just hurting me now. Like, before, you'd lose, you get angry and all that, you'd get some emotion out. Now it's just, I'm getting tortured. I'm actually getting tortured. I'm watching this, I'm going, trust me, if I didn't have to come on here for you guys and explain my thoughts on the whole thing and think that, you know what, nah, but if I bring some sort of opinion to the table, right, it would be somewhat beneficial. If I didn't have all of that, if I was just some normal person, right, normal, none of this, yeah, and I support Chelsea and I flick on and I watch a bit of football and I'm like, oh, you know what, let's watch Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. If I was that, I wouldn't be watching. At this point now, it's just painful. It just hurts. I wouldn't be watching. Let alone paying money to go and see Chelsea like this. Like, this is just unbelievable. But there we are. There we are, guys. I don't know what else to say. It's sad. It's sad. It's just sad. At this point, it's just sad. It's just sad. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I don't even know where we go from here, man. Nottingham Forest, Brentford. No, not Brentford. We lost to them. Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and then all the other games. We'll see what happens. It's not going to end well, is it? Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And I'll see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. See all of you then. Have a good one, people, in a bit. Take care. And peace.